Good morning, good evening, or good night to the lovely people watching. In today's video, we will be speaking about lifelong decisions. I got two examples for you in this video that we'll be speaking about. For example, your job. Pretty much 1/3 of your day is going to be spent 8 hours at the work environment. Let's say you are like me right now, where you are at a young age and you have an advantage, but you know what your dream job is going to be. I'm realistic about it that I need bills paid. I need food in the fridge. I need to pay for the bills that basically the roof above my head. So I need a job. 8 hours spent every single day is working in a customer-based service work environment. I'm not a fan of it. In some days I despise it. Other days are pretty good. But that's life. But it pays the bills and I'm realistic about it. In the meantime, I'm still working towards my dream job, but I need my bills paid. So, could I imagine myself for the next 4 years of my life working in that job I'm working now? Hell no. Then I just answered my own question that I would not be wanting to work in that same job for the next 40 years. But my dream job, not going to mention it because I would rather surprise everyone when I reach it, that my dream job, I could envision myself working that job for the next 40 years of my life, or the rest of my life for that sake. Spending 8 hours every single day doing that specific task, doing these certain hard tasks. I can envision myself doing that. If you cannot imagine yourself working in the same job you're working right now for the next 40 years, not for 40, you need to change something. You need to find your dream job. You need to find where you want to land in life. And you might be sitting there thinking, but I'm 30 and I'm watching your videos and I still don't know what to do in my life. I'm 22, I don't know what to do in my life. I'm 19, I don't know where to go. It all changes with yourself. See, you need to take risks, you need to plan, and you need to execute. I remember, I'll give you an example. I started this YouTube channel because I have always had an irrational fear of putting myself in front of a camera, smiling, being fake, and just in general, just putting myself out there. I've always had an irrational fear of being seen in pictures because I was never happy with myself. It stemmed from a negative self-image. But when I start to think, you know what, I'm going to challenge fear today. I'm just going to create a YouTube channel and upload my first YouTube video. I remember in 24 hours, that video got 5 views. And I just slingshotted myself in the right direction and said, you know what, I just challenged fear. I was judged, but it's people sitting behind the screen judging me. It's my life. So, you know what, why not? I could envision myself doing this long term. I can envision myself speaking about advice that I have learned and teach someone else through a screen, because for me, I like this. I could envision myself doing this for maybe the next 5-6 years. The second example I would like to bring up is a tattoo. I remember when I got my first tattoo on my left thigh. It's actually the, you know what, I'll actually show you, hold on. It's, oh no, dude, showing skin. It's this tattoo right here. I remember when I first booked an appointment at a tattoo artist. I remember that I didn't say anything. I kept it private, and then I remember when my mother saw it, then I revealed it. I remember before this that I spoke openly about I wanting a tattoo, but then I got the advice that it's life-lasting, it's permanent, you'll never get rid of it, and if you want to get rid of it, it's going to be painful. And I say to this that I planned that tattoo for nearly 6 months straight. I knew that every single day I asked myself this question, do I want this? Yes. Do I need this? Yes. Is it a part of me? Yes, because it tells a story. Every single tattoo I have tattooed onto my body has a story behind it. Every single tattoo I have on my body, I saved up for it. And that's another thing I'd like to bring up. Let's say you're going to enter a new phase of your life where it's a permanent decision. Let's say you want to invest into Apple and you want to do this long term because you believe, Apple is the future when it comes to technology and it has the best sort of technology ever. If you believe that is the right direction, I would say invest into Apple, but plan. Like, let's say that every single month you're following a budget. Okay, cool. You have this month, you got $25 to invest. Send those $25 to Apple. I mean, find an app or whatever and do some research on it, and then have a schedule where every single month when you got something to left over, you invest $10, $20. Another month you got left over from vacation money. Let's say you spend $100 investing into Apple in stocks, and you watch that stocks go up and down and up and down, and let's say it rises through the sky. I would say go for it, because this is decisions that will create an outcome later on, future you, they'll be grateful for. I remember that, back to the tattoo example, that if I listened to what everyone else told me about don't get a tattoo, it's life lasting, then I would have destroyed a part of myself by doing what everyone else told me to. Because as you've seen earlier in my YouTube videos, art has been my passion and part of my life since I actually went to kindergarten. I remember that every single time. I have one specific memory that we sat once down and then we finger painted. I just went to town. I remember specifically I was looking at my hands and I took a little bit of red, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, and just smeared it all out and went to town. Later on in life, middle school, junior high, and high school, every boring class session, I was in the back of the class, either playing video games on the computer or drawing. And I realized, you know what? I want drawing to be for the rest of my life. So tattoos is going to be a part of my identity. And not only is tattoos fucking awesome and sexy to look at, to be fairly honest with you, it's part of who I am, a part of my identity, part of the rest of my life. I want to grow old with these tattoos. I want to sit in the rocking chair one day and tell my grandkids that, hey, I didn't listen to these people and I did exactly what I wanted to because it was my life. And I believe so should you. If you believe there is a specific thing that you want to do for the rest of your life that has a significant positive impact on yourself and your mental health well-being, then do it. I'll give you, okay, I feel like I'm speaking a little too fast. If you believe that, another great example, going to the gym. There are so many people in today's society that don't exercise. They have a office job where they are sitting 80% of the day, traveling into specific town, sitting 8 hours, doing specific task, and traveling back home. That's maybe 10 hours out of their day. And they don't like it. They fucking despise it. While I'm out here, not to toot my own horn, but while I'm out here doing the very best every single day. For example, a couple of days ago, I had a breakdown because things got too overwhelming for me. Most of it was up here. So I had a breakdown. But I was able to push myself and go to work. And I'm grateful that I didn't listen to a certain advice. When you need a break, you take a break. That's not how I roll. How I roll is that you just go full throttle and blast through no matter what you feel. That's kind of what I do. But that's a personal thing that maybe I'm struggling with. Maybe I need to figure it out and do some more journaling and go to a psychologist and figure more out. But that's a me problem. I would highly recommend taking, I can never say this enough. Even Masashi Miyamoto, one of the greatest samurais ever, every single day he wrote. Every single day he grabbed a pen and paper and wrote down, if it was like a, what is it called? When you write a book, if it was like an author, he wrote down every single day. And it's also been scientifically scientist has proven that your muscle memory, and even when you ride into old age, it's good for you. The same goes for reading, the same goes for meditating, the same goes for journaling. All these YouTubers on the internet that's given you this advice, read every single day, write every single day, be grateful every single day. You will see where they're positioning in life, right? They're better than us by doing the simple things. If there's one thing I'm really grateful for the school and education system has taught me, is reading, writing, and exercise. I'm grateful for all that because to this day, every single effing day, I write down what I'm supposed to do. And then I check off what I have done, or put an X if I haven't completed it. Highly recommend doing the same thing. It is you versus you. Fuck everyone else but seek guidance when you need it. Take care, boys.